Hey guys, welcome to the Mountain Bear Show, Bear Talk number 61. How you guys doing? Anyhow, I'm going to get out of the truck real quick and walk around this area. I'm up here in an area called Children's Forest. It's not too far from the house, about 10 minutes. This forest actually caught on fire April 71, and so it's fairly new. And this monument over here was built in April of 72, so it's a little older than I am, just a little bit. So anyhow, I'll walk over here and show y'all this little area. I'm going to touch bases on a couple things in the video, so just bear with me for a little bit. But anyhow, I don't know if y'all can see down this path. There's a path right there. It makes about 1.5 miles, 2 mile loop. I would go out there, but I'm in flip-flops right now, and I'm not going to get bit by a copperhead or a rattlesnake to walk through the fucking woods. But anyhow, this is the little monument the people built. It's called the Eastern Shores, the Eastern National Children's Forest. The kids in this area, planted the trees for this. So, a little bit of history. But anyhow, I want to say something about my dad real quick. I asked my sisters, my brother, and my niece not to really post nothing on Facebook about Dad, because I don't want us to get, or whatever we post, I don't want to come back and haunt us. Dad had went to the doctor. He checked Dad's throat and said the radiation, the intense radiation he went through, cleared his throat up. He has no tumors, which is great news. But Dad's not eating, or he doesn't feel like eating. And he's lost a lot of weight. He weighs 141 pounds now. And they told Dad that if he didn't put more weight on, they wouldn't be able to perform the surgeries they need to perform on the other two areas, which is the prostate and the pancreas. He wouldn't survive the surgeries. So we celebrate one end, but at the same time, we still have this to worry about. And, people were telling me, oh, get your dad to eat, get your dad to eat. It's kind of hard to get a 73-year-old man to eat when he don't want to. I had mentioned the feeding tube. I had mentioned a TPN port, and I have been cussed out and told off. And I know Dad knows it's coming out of a place of love, but at the same time, it's just so much I can do, or so much anybody in my family can do. We cannot force him to do this. Even if we rushed him to the hospital, maybe if one of the kids had power of attorney, we could force it, but I don't think we would want to force it, because to me, this is his decision. It's him doing this, not us. We're not going through this. We are going through the emotions with him. But anyhow, I want to talk about Marco Rossi real quick. When I heard about Marco passing, I got a text message saying, oh my God, Marco had just died. And earlier that day, I had mentioned Marco's name in conversation. And then when I heard about it, I was kind of like, oh, they're just fucking with me. Because me and Marco for 2 years were pretty close. We talked about everything, anything and everything in between. I got a hold of, or I wrote Stefan from Sweden, my best friend over there. Hey, Stefan. And I didn't hear nothing from him, so I got a hold of Tony Badaki out of Long Beach, California. Tony said he hadn't heard nothing, but he got a hold of David Mena. And David Mena called me and told me, and I broke down. At that point, I just lost it. And I think, when you hear something all of a sudden and you got so much going on in your family life and in your personal life, and all of it just comes to a head, and that's what happened. Everything came at one time on me, and I just lost it. And I want to thank David, Tony, and Stefan for, being there for me at that time. Satch, if you watch this, I'm thinking of you, and Marco's mom. Y'all have a special place in my heart. I met Marco's mom, one of the greatest women you'll ever meet. And she does not take no BS from no one. Absolutely love that with a person. Being yourself. Saying that, I want to say this. To the people from Florida up to Maryland, if you compare me to someone, know what you're talking about. Please know your BS. Because when it comes to me, that this has been said, and I say something, and then I get accused of drama and bitching and this, that, and the other. No, it's called taking up for myself. I have never in my life had anyone to take up for me but me. My dad never did. My mom did to a certain degree, but she knew how I was. She knew that my child right there has a mouth. And he will argue the devil down. Right or wrong or indifference. So, to these people that want to compare me, or that wants to talk about me, and then say, oh, well, don't tell him, or if you say something to him, I don't want to hear it from him. Don't let him bring the drama over here. Then shut the fuck up. It's that easy. Shut up. Shut up. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody. I have a mouth and I will use it. I tend not to want to get into arguments, but I will take up for myself. How you doing? And let me say this. I thought it was quite funny when somebody said I wasn't wearing polos until I met someone in Florida back in 2012. Wrong answer. Wrong answer. Back in 2008-9, I was wearing Gant. I was wearing Ben Sherman. I was wearing McGregor. I was wearing Fred Perry. I was wearing Ralph Lauren way before Florida. Don't believe me? Ask John Bogarts from Belgium. For some reason, all my past relationships are being thrown up to me like they know anything about any one of my exes. And they don't. How you doing? How does this even come into an equation to anybody's business? Except for the person I would be with right now, which he's like, I don't want to hear it. Drama. Well, then I don't want to talk about it then. You know, just hush up about them. If you don't want me talking about them, then hush up. Let me say this. When I left out of Anderson, South Carolina, 2005, took me 6 months to get myself mentally better because I was so brought down in that relationship. I lost all my friends besides Carrie Anthony out of Brookneal, Virginia. And I had already been best friends with Carrie for about 8 years. And when I met the person in Anderson, I lost all connections. When I got in my truck to walk out of South Carolina, I called that bitch first. And he's like, what you doing? Like, no problem. He was there for me. The only person. I get back to Virginia. It takes me about 6 months to get better. Because the thing about me, I get into these depression states. And my depression states is where I don't function at all. And I lose weight. Oh my God, it's the best diet. 2012, I did it and I lost about 50 pounds. I was 225. I thought I was the shit. And so it's getting that way now. I'm down to 245 from 275. So it's depression. Which is fine as long as I keep the weight off. I'm happy. I'm happy-go-lucky with it. But took me about 6 months, and I started the largest gay organized group in the state of Virginia, the Virginia Mountain Bears. At one time, we was the largest organized gay group in the state. I did that. Me. Not saying I did it alone. I had help, but my idea. Took my backbone, took my time, took my networking. I did it. When I went to Belgium, I started the Belgian Bears, which I don't know if they're still going or not, but I did. We had a dinner at Johan's house, or John Bogart's house, with a couple friends, and I came up with the idea and I ran crazy with it. I got Alejandro from down in Georgia on board. He was in Belgium at the time, and there was some other little guy, I think his name is Jello. Got him involved, and we took off. The first year that we were there, we actually had the Belgian Bear Contest. I was offered to enter, and I turned it down because I did not speak French or Dutch or Flemish or German. But I was a judge, and it was a great time. Again, we was doing an event once a month, like going out to bars or hanging out, going out to the beach, just something to do. But I have started 2 groups. I have put my efforts in the bear community, and I know what it takes. I know how much work gets involved, and I know what I put into it, and I know what I got out of it. But at the end of the day, I did it because I wanted to interact with people. I wanted friends. And I deleted my Facebook, all 5,000 people, because I was in a depressed state of mind. And I've had people say, oh, you deleted me. No, I didn't delete you. I deleted me. I'm sorry if you feel like I deleted you. I apologize, but I didn't. It was for me to get better for myself and start getting everything right. But anyhow, I'm going to end this video by saying I'm in a very good place. I'm very happy. And, you know, if people got something to say, hey, right here. Phone call away, text away, Facebook away, instant message. You know how to reach me. You got something to say, hey, I'm right here. Here. So, anyhow, guys, I'm going to listen to Unpretty by TLC, and I'm going to end this video. I will post it soon. Big hugs, lots of love. Bye, guys. Need to shave. I look like a hippie. Bye, guys. Mwah. Bye. Bye.